wow, this is great. Look at all these open tables. This doesn't make sense. Welcome to the Big Dane podcast. I'm your host, Dana Trimborn, and this podcast is a random hodgepodge of topics that gets released on every Tuesday on, your preferred platform, of course. And I really enjoy sharing my personal stories and making those connections with you guys and just really being relatable, all in a fun and silly environment. Hey, friends. Summer is in full swing. What do you typically do? Is it one of your favorite seasons, perhaps? Stick around. I'll tell you what I enjoy, and it's not just people watching, okay? So, to start out, I'll say the shore, right? How many people are going to the shore? So many people. It's like the first thing people do because it's the closest thing to do, right? You're not going too far. And I feel like we typically say, yeah, I'm going down the shore. Yeah, I'm going down the shore. Oh, going to Seattle, right? Going to LBI. Going here, going there, going to Ocean City. And I don't know about you, I inconsistently say the shore, the beach. Although I think I say I'm going down the shore or like going to the shore. But then when I'm at the shore, I say, let's go to the beach, right? Because I wouldn't say let's go to the shore because we're at the shore, right? You see what I'm saying? But I definitely like go back and forth. If I'm talking about upcoming vacation or a little trip, and sometimes I'll say, yeah, we're going to go to the beach. Or I think maybe more of the time I'll say the shore, but so what do you say? But once I'm at the shore and on the beach and yeah, typically I'll go to Ocean City, and it could just be like a long weekend, nothing crazy. So then when I'm on the beach, I do like to people watch. Who doesn't? When I'm going to look at the ocean, it's not enough. It's not enough for me. And I like to get there earlier because then you have the whole day there. You can just relax and just soak up the sun. And when you get there earlier, you're able to get that good spot because after that, like if you're rolling in there at 12, hell no. It's going to be too crowded. So crowded. If you get there at like 10:30 or something, then you can really pinpoint an area, especially if you're rolling deep with whole crew of your friends, all your family. That's a lot of people. That's more than 2 people. So once you get there, it's like, great, we got this set up. Maybe you got an umbrella going on. We typically don't have an umbrella, but we set up the cooler, the music is going on. And then after 30 minutes goes by, more people are trickling in. And then you see, even more people after that, after an hour. And then all of a sudden, it feels like the place and area that you marked off that you thought would be like your area, you think you like own the beach, right? And you try to mark off shit with your towel and flip-flops, and your flip-flop is like the last piece of the corner here, and this other person is coming in, you don't know them, and they're saying, excuse me, is anyone here, yes, my flip-flop is taking up that space, and they're gonna need that. But honestly, like, I feel that before you know it, you look over and this other person is like right up in your grill. It's like too much. Do I like to eavesdrop? Sure. Then I'm gonna have a story to tell, right? But I do do like some space on the beach when I'm there. But it is interesting to see how many large families, I'm talking 20 plus people at a time, they're making a little circle on the beach. I saw it my own eyes. And so then you try to put like a story together. Well, there's Uncle Mike, and then there's Bobby, little Bobby, and then there's little Sarah, and then you see all the aunts and uncles. Just everyone is there. It's just wild. So I do love doing that. And honestly, I feel that as I've gotten older, I just don't like the sand that much. Feel that it's giving me this funny texture, like sensation when I'm walking on it, especially if it's that like wet, soft sand, the in between, and it's almost as if like someone's taking nails to a chalkboard. I don't know. It's like it makes my blood just run a little cold. And sometimes I'll get used to it, but I think if I really start thinking about it, I'm like, oh, it's too much. But being on the beach, I enjoy just relaxing, sitting, reading a book, and I could read for a while, okay? Whereas other places that maybe aren't as relaxing, so to speak, it's kind of hard to get in that zone, right? But at the beach, not too bad, not too bad. You're out in warm weather and you're smelling the sea salt and the light crashing of the waves in the background. I mean, how good is this? Okay. But yeah, I mean, I could only sit for so long too. At a certain point, I'm like, all right, I gotta get up. I gotta go do something and come back. So maybe I'll go for a little walk on the beach. Love doing that. And or maybe hop on the boardwalk right there. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty unique to Ocean City, New Jersey. Some of these other beaches, when you travel, they don't have any true boardwalks, right? So kind of look forward to that in some of the shops and maybe get some saltwater taffy and fudge. Oh, love the fudge, right? I mean, every summer it's like, give me the fudge. Like, I'm rolling back with this because it's so good. Fudge Kitchen. Oh my God. Okay. And yeah, and then other times, by the time I get back to the beach, like maybe I'm going to play some cornhole or even throw the football. So it's like, you're doing something, right? And then you're like, all right, it's getting too hot. Then you gotta go cool off in the water. Gotta do it. But I feel like every time it's like you gotta hold on to your bathing suit so the waves don't like crash down onto your bathing suit and pull them down, because that would not be so good. Other thought, where do you guys go pee? Are you guys going in the ocean? Or now you're getting up, you have to put on your flip-flops, you're kind of like half wet, half dry, and just have to go to the boardwalk and go to an actual bathroom, right? Well, I'll tell you, I do both, depending on how bad I have to pee. But sometimes it's a funny thing, because when you do try to pee in the ocean, you have to tell your brain, like, it's okay, like, you can pee here, but like, is it okay? My brain's like, no, it's not. We're in public. I can't do this shit. We're in public and we're going to pee and it's going to be warm and people are going to know. Well, that's why you got to get in and out, in and out, in and out. But so I do a little both, to be honest, but don't we all? Don't we all? I mean, I'm certainly not doing anything else in the ocean. Yeah. No. But how about you? What kind of things are you doing at the beach? Oh, of course, we have like our cooler and have a couple drinks, but not too much because then I just like get so dehydrated and then I gotta drink more water, then I gotta go pee again, and then I'm gonna get a headache if I'm not hydrated enough. So many things, you know. And the sun just tires you out. It's pretty crazy that it just sucks out all of the energy. Because by the time you get back from the beach and getting changed for dinner, just feels so exhausted. Is that just me? Who else? But the past couple years that we've been going for our long weekends, we've been getting a pontoon. I thought, why did we never do this growing up? Oh, right, I know why. Because, so my mom can't swim. It's this whole thing, and it's kind of like a phobia, but she's tried before and has gotten over it, but then like not so much. So regardless, she doesn't know how to swim. And so any kind of like water activities that we would do growing up, like my dad would kind of be like the one to do that with us if we like went to a water park or whatever. And so I guess that's probably why we never did anything like that, because I wouldn't want my mom to feel uncomfortable while she's like out, you know, even if we have life jackets, it doesn't matter. So yeah, but pontoon, holy, yeah. I mean, this is so fun. So fun. You're just out and about. You're on the water, in the bay, and it's just a blast. And you can just hang out. You got your music cranking. You got some drinks flowing. It's usually great weather, right? And I remember, must have been the other year, that we like found this like little, I'm calling it an island, okay? Because we could park the pontoon at this little island. So we like got off and like walked around, and so it was like pretty interesting. But all in all, highly recommend to rent a pontoon, because why not? Why not? Have a new experience, right? One thing that would be cool is like jet skiing. I've never done that, but that ought to be another day. What I would have loved to do as a teenager, or even coming back from college during the summers, getting a job at the shore. Yeah. It had always been at the back of my mind, but I was always doing sports. So it didn't matter, and like what time of year it was, I was always doing something, and even just practicing. So because I played tennis at college, I had to practice. I can't just not practice. And could I have practiced at the shore? Maybe, but I don't know what the racket clubs are like, or, you know, who I could really practice with. You know, that's just like another ordeal, because with tennis, obviously you need another person to get better and play with. You know, it's not, I don't know, swimming where you can just go out and do it. Like, could I go practice serving? Absolutely. But to really get better, you really got to play with someone else. My mom, she would always say, yeah, well, you know, when I was your age, or as a, you know, in my 20s, whatever, my girlfriends and I would go down the shore, we would get jobs, and we would be there the whole summer. And I just thought it was so cool. I was like, that sounds so fun, but it just never happened, and you know, that's okay. But something that I always think about, you know, because especially when you're down there and you see the young kids, you know, working at the restaurants or whatever, and I thought, do they live here? Do they actually live here the whole like year round, or are they renting a house with their friends? Yeah, that'd be cool. Do you guys do anything like every single summer, like something that's just like annually that you do? Is it the shore, or what? Matt's family, they always go to the shore. They always go to the shore. So it's been like every September, and so we're invited, or I guess I'm invited, this fall, so that'll be kind of nice. but I like to change it up. I feel like we don't always go to the shore, like stay for like a week every summer because I thought I want that week or more days to experience something new and different. Whereas like, all right, I've been to the shore. Okay, great. I only need a couple days, you know? And so that's how I just kind of think with my vacationing and new adventures. So yeah, and some other things that I'll do during the summer is definitely the pool time at my rent. Yep. And we definitely spent the most time there last year during the pandemic because, like, well, how are we going to see each other? Like, we can only see each other outside. So we would hang out there. So that was so fun. That was probably the most time I had been in that pool since who knows when. Okay. And yeah, it's like now it's getting busy again. So I don't know how many times we'll be able to just get up there and not that it's that far, but you know, just to like plan it out. Cause once you're there, you want to spend some time there for a couple hours and whatnot. Um, so that is that. What about Rita's water ice? I feel like that is a staple. You have to get Rita's water. If you're not getting Rita's water ice at least once during the summer, see ya. See ya. Love the Swedish fish. Oh my gosh. That is a great flavor. And now I'm like wanting it right now. The mango is very good. My dad would always get the mango. So yeah, or any kind of like Italian ice. I mean, what other Italian ices around here, like locally? Do we know? Um, yeah, yeah. Because it does kind of vary. You know, it's not very as thin or as Rita's. Because I feel like there was one local in North Wales, Wonderlicks, I believe. They had changed the name at some point, but theirs is I'm gonna say thicker, although it's been some time, so I would have to go back to reassess, right? Um, but love to hear any other suggestions for water ice. Water ice, yeah. Isn't it interesting though? When we take vacation, it is during the summer. It's usually not during the winter, although some people they will take a winter vacation and go somewhere warm while it's cold here. Absolutely. But I feel like a lot of the times we're all taking vacation in the summer. Like, what's that? I think because if we lived somewhere that was warm all year long, I think that'd be a little bit different because we can enjoy the warm weather whenever. It doesn't matter, right? Here, we only got a couple months and then it's gone and then it's winter and then it's repeat. So all about the seasons here, right? And usually we're going somewhere with somewhat of the same climate. So it's not, we're not going to go somewhere cold. Like who wants that? I mean, if you do, then you're a little bit different, but I like to keep it the same. If it's the summer here and warm, I want to go somewhere that it's warm too. No cold vacations. Been there, done that, and that was like by accident. So just because of the change in weather. I would also love to do another Europe trip because we would do that during the summer too. Obviously not every summer because that gets pretty expensive, but I'm thinking probably next year, potentially. Would love to go back to Spain. And also, now I'm just naming countries now, but Greece would be cool. Would love to go back to Germany. What about Sweden? Yeah. Of course, Italy. Gotta get back to Italy. There's so much to see, just everywhere. There's so much to see, not enough time. But yeah, like it would have been nice to do something this summer, but just with the unknown of going on with COVID and getting vaxxed initially, and for a while, like, no one knew. So it's like, well, I can't plan anything. And then you got to think of the other countries. Well, if they're not like fully open, what's the point of going? You really want to enjoy it. So they were just going to wait and kind of scope it out from there. So we shall see. But isn't it crazy how fast the summer goes? Every single summer. It's like a blink of the eye. Blink of the eye, it's gone. Gone. Because you try to cram all these activities in, and you want to be outside as much as you can before we really brace ourselves for the winter, the cold weather. We got to get used to the cold again. So it's like, all right, like, here we go. Bye. 85-degree weather and humidity. And let's get ready for even 40 degrees. Like, that's cold, with that big of a change. And especially now, because a lot of people are vaccinated and everyone wants to do stuff because we've been inside all this time and can't really do much. Just like the calendars, I cannot believe like our calendar is getting booked. I'm trying to leave some of the weekends open just to have an opportunity to choose whatever we want to do. Let's go and do this today, or and kind of just be more in the moment and just, okay, let's go and do this, right? As opposed to, we got this going on, then we got to go see these people in the city, then we got to go to, our parents, we got to see them, just so many different things happening, people's birthdays. Oh my gosh. But it's tough. It is tough. For us, we really enjoy tapping into some of the beer gardens because before you know it, the season's going to be gone. And then you got to wait till next season because obviously they're not going to be open during the winter. Now that would be interesting to see. Maybe they would call it like a beer cabin. Yeah, that would be cool. And just like get bundled up and have some kind of like hot cocktail or something. Some spiked cocktails, but who knows? One thing that I've been kind of looking back into now after all this time, visit Philly.com. They always have the best things to do listed out and what's upcoming. They like always keep me informed. Like a lot of stuff, a good chunk of it is in the city, of course, but they do put stuff for the suburbs in case you live out here like me. But I do enjoy going into the city and seeing what's going on. So been trying to look at that just to see like what else can we do, or is there something fun going on at the Franklin Institute? Love doing that. And just love going to Independence Beer Garden. We were actually there the other week, and it's such a huge space. So there's so many places you could, now you have to have like a reservation for a table, which we did not know. So we're like sitting down, we're like, wow, this is great. Look at all these open tables. This doesn't make sense. And then the host was like, oh, you have to go up there and put your name in. We're like, oh. So then we sat at the bar, but it was still great. But I just like how it's an open space and a large area to like move around, and just a fun time. And now too, we're really looking to see like, are there any festivals? I remember going to the Phoenixville Food Truck Festival. So much fun. This was probably about like 6 years ago. So wow. Oh my God, I haven't been in 6 years. Ew. Yeah, I remember going with someone I was dating. But super fun. So many food trucks to choose from. But also long lines. That's the downside. But once you're there, it's just like a cool atmosphere and hanging out, do something different, socializing, all that jazz. And what else during the summer? What else are you guys doing? Concerts? We can start looking at concerts again. Hey. that's something I definitely want to do. And I'm trying to go to the Citadel Country Music Festival. Although you can pick like one day, which I think is what I'm going to do with some friends, and see Dirks Bentley. It's like Dirks, and a couple other people are going to be coming on too. And that is out in Chester County. So not too far, but I also can't take a train there, you know. So we'll have to drive, but it'll still be cool. Still be cool. Oh, what about the music festival, or it's actually like Music Fest up in Bethlehem? That's a fun time if you haven't been. It's usually in August. And the other year, Matt and I went up there and we saw the Chainsmokers. So that was fun. But they have like all these different vendors and just so many different foods to consume, and just a fun time, and just enjoy being outside and just all the music. And there's so many different areas for music too, so it's not just like, oh, only the Chainsmokers are playing. Like I remember we were waiting because we had some time to kill, and we kind of wanted to sit down, so we sat down, and I think there was like jazz going on or something like that, and so it was kind of cool to see. But yeah, so many different areas you could go to and just enjoy it, right? But overall, it would really be nice if we did have more summer months, because I feel that maybe it wouldn't get so jam-packed, or maybe it would, but you know, if it started earlier or later or whatever. But you know what I mean. But I remember even back in middle school and high school, my friend and I, we'd lay by the pool. It felt like every weekend we were just out there, out and about. Before you know, it's August. And literally every summer we said, oh my God, I can't believe it's the end of the summer. We're going to be in the high school, right? And then the next year, like, oh my God, I can't believe it's the end of high school. We're graduating. You know, we're going off to college. Like, it was kind of like this recurring moment with us at the pool, at my parents', literally every summer saying the same thing. And here we are. So do miss those times. Remember, we had like the giant stereo outside before there was like any Bluetooth or whatever. What a time that was. What a time. I think something that would be cool, what if we had a block party here in Conchi? You know, how could we get that approved? Or maybe I was even thinking an alley party, because there's so much space in the back here, and then you don't have to worry about traffic coming through or blocking off a road to like get that situated and approved. And then you can just meet more of your neighbors. I mean, I just met some of my neighbors the other week that we just never had the opportunity to really meet. So fun. Would love to hear some of the things that you enjoy during the summer, some of your stories, if you do like to people watch or not. Are you going to the shore? Where are you going? The Hamptons, maybe Long Island, maybe Cape Cod. Ooh. Yeah. Well, hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to listen on the BigDanePodcast.com/podcast. All right. So you can go there and select and choose your favorite platform to listen on. Kindly leave a review if you've been really enjoying these episodes, or just tap on that write a review. And stay on the site, folks, because you can just toggle over to the contact section and send me a message if you have some time. So be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at the Big Dane Podcast, okay? All right, enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll see you next week. All right, peace out.